Okay, so I got called in here. Well, actually, I was in here for another car, but I got a 2012 Chevy Traverse. Got a 3.6 in it. They asked me to take a look at it there for a lien code. They had 171, 174. I just hopped in here at the fuel trim data. Not going to be a lot of testing on this because unfortunately I found it way too fast. But I saw 36 and 40% on the long-term fuel trims. Variables here. I went out here and took a look around. Look at the mass airflow sensor reading, 2.38. Right? When I see those low mass airflow sensor readings and I see fuel trims that high, the very first thing I want to do is either I want to look at the mass airflow sensor itself to see if it's good, or I want to check for what we call pirate air. Air that's not being metered, or even a vacuum leak, something along those lines. Off idle, it begins to improve the fuel trim. You guys have seen that 100 times. I'm not going to do that to you. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to move this over to a custom data and pay no mind to the guys who just jumped the fence who are over here talking. So we have our short term over there. Let's see, that's kind of oddball to see, but here's your short term, your long term, your long term. So just remember where they are. And very quickly, I saw no immediate vacuum leaks out here before I even started spraying around, but the very first thing I wanted to do was when I see that style purge valve, what I want to do is I want to unplug this. There is no evap code, but if I unplug these and I go on here, I want to see if I have any vacuum. I should have no vacuum there, and I do have vacuum. So if I plug that and I watch my short-term fuel trims, if you watch, you'll see how they start going negative. Now if I left my finger there long enough and gave myself a finger hickey, we would see that our long terms will start to drop as well. And there we are. Bank 2 a little bit slower to respond than Bank 1 was. That's to be expected. But as it begins to drop though, you'll see that the long terms will all start to come back into play as well. So just remember, when you see that, you know, pay a little bit more attention to other things there. So mass airflow sensor is about 3.4 grams per second. Still should be a little bit higher than that. We would expect to see about 3.7. But you know, here's our main vacuum leak here. It's a vacuum leak that you're not going to find by spraying anything unless you're underneath there and doing a smoke test or things like that. But again, that style purge valve is a huge failure. You'll see it on multiple different cars, different styles, different motors. This one's a little bit different because it actually kind of just wedges right into the actual manifold itself, so which is not normal. But it's the same style that they use in Bosch. They use it on Volkswagen, they use it on Audi, all those good things. But as you can see though, the long-term fuel trims start to come back into play. I'll still investigate to see why the mass airflow sensor is still reading a little bit low. May just be dirty, maybe a you know, an air filter that's not properly seated. Could be a good guess there, being that bolt is that screw is backed out. So anyhow, that's all. Just quick, simple, easy stuff again. Sorry I keep on giving you guys these boring ones, but you know, just stuff to look for. Have a good one.